My goodness. Hello, hello, hello. We are live and the voice and the sound is working. And I'm just beyond excited. Welcome to the episode number 5 of Soul Mission Movement podcast. And I'm just so excited to be here together with you in this space. And it absolutely doesn't matter if you are watching this 5 months from now on, if you are watching this 2 days from when it was recorded. This is a live activation energy in this now moment, and watching this in any other now moment doesn't make the difference. We connect heart to heart right away. So put in a chat a heart. I'm just putting a heart here, checking if it works, and it works. So put in a comments a heart on any other of your favorite emojis. Let me see what is your favorite emoji. If this is the place you feel like, wow, this is the energy I've been seeking for. This is a space and an energy I have been craving. And this is designed for you. If you are right now on your journey where you are actively already stepped into your soul mission path, your path aligned to you, designed for you by your own soul before you even came into this specific life in this specific body, and or also if you are right now at the moment in your life where you are thinking to yourself, is the career, the path, and the lifestyle that I'm supposed to be on? Jenna! Is Andrea! Hello! Is this actually the path? Is the way I am living my life the way that I have been designed to live? Is this moment that I am in? I love it! I love it! I love it! Sounds amazing. Awesome. If this is where I am right now in my life, this is actually the way I'm meant to be? The way I am feeling inside of my body and inside of my life, this is actually, I love the view. That's right. I'm going to talk to you about it. This is actually the way that I'm meant to be feeling and being, or am I in someone else's shoes, walking someone else's path that is not designed for me? So if this is you right now on your journey, let me know in the comments. This is designed for you. And I wanted to chat with you within the next 15 minutes maximum about where actually you can end up, what actually can possibly happen for you the moment you start stepping into your own unique soul mission, your own unique soul path, your own unique soul way of being, your own unique soul career and a work, your soul mission work. So I wanted to share with you, obviously, from the example that I know to the core and to the depth, which is myself and my clients, how extremely shocking and surprising in the most beautiful way it is to actually gather the courage, take a leap into something that doesn't make sense, and simply follow that internal nudge. Your soul is communicating with you 24/7. It doesn't stop. It doesn't give up on you. It doesn't take breaks or holidays. Your highest guidance, your divine soul way of being and talking to you and feeling you and showing you which way is your unique way, is there with you 24/7. Perfect timing as always. Yep, yep. Woohoo. So your soul talks to you all the time. And it talks to you through the language of the heart. It talks to you through the language of the soul, and it talks to you also through your body's highest intelligence. So the intelligence that it's locked within every single cell of you, it's far beyond that our analytical mind can comprehend and understand. And if you have seen the newest picture, a photography, few different newest adventions of taking a picture of a cell, and they're put all together at once of one single cell. It looks like a whole universe with everything and anything happening inside of it. That intelligence within every single cell of your body and you tells you exactly who did you came here to be on this mission, on the in this life, in this body, wherever you are in a whole wide world. It tells you which way to go with every single breath, a deep full on breath you take. So you are, whether you are aware of it and connected to listening and receiving the guidance or not, you are guided 24/7, independently if you feel it or not, independently if you're aware of it or not, independently if you're connected with that highest guidance. So you have already within your DNA your soul signature, your uniqueness that you came here to express in the ways that feel the most alive and frisky and joyful and beautiful to you. Now, the little hashtag problem, but not exactly, because all of those so called problems, conditions, limitations are only helping us to grow and expand. So, from one perception, we might perceive them as, oh my God, I've been conditioned to hate myself. How can I listen to my soul and my heart if I don't know how to love myself? And I totally get it. That's where I come from. But you chosen this path before. You came here so you can grow and expand on a soul level beyond the previous existence, in the body and without the body, beyond previous lifetimes, independently how difficult, challenging, or amazing they have been. And they have been all of it. So you came here to grow and expand. And then I have not met anyone who would be conditioned through their conditioning, through their childhood, through their young or later adulthood, conditioned into following your heart, your path. We are conditioned through the conditioning and the environment and our caregivers who simply didn't know any better, and that's all okay. This is not pointing fingers. This is realizing that all of that stuff runs generation after generation. And the compassion, not over compassion, the real, honest, loving compassion is the way. Over compassion allows someone to stay stuck. The real compassion allows the pain flow through and out of you. So every single person I met so far, myself included, have been conditioned to not follow your heart, not follow your soul nudges. We have not even been taught how to feel our emotions, how to feel those sensations in the body, how to feel that highest guidance within us. Every single one of us had to make a choice in our childhood, usually very, very earlier on. Either we are abandoning ourselves and who we honestly, truly are to be the way our environment wants us to be, or we're staying with this stubbornness and like a full-on dedication. No, I want to be only the way I want to be. And then we're experiencing pain and abandonment from the environment because we are not the way they want us to be. And they simply do that because they made that choice themselves. They believe this is how we're going to survive. They believe this is the only way. It's an unconscious way of being, and there is nothing wrong with it. It just creates different results. So when you are right now on your journey wondering, how the heck am I constantly in suffering? How the heck am I constantly in this workplace that I don't want to be in, but I'm not doing anything to find even my own path and follow it and take those crucial, important steps towards it to make the shift, to live my life in alignment with my soul mission? Okay. So all of these questions are arising, maybe right now, maybe for a while right now, or maybe you are right now stepping into the chapter of your journey with huge, massive question mark in it, where you asking yourself these questions is the most important thing. So if you have experienced either abandoning yourself to be the way others want to be, or choosing you, being the way you know you came here to be, but then being abandoned by your environment, you are dealing with a lot of trauma inside. And that's every single one of us. Every single one of us. And what we are doing on this journey, while we are simultaneously stepping into our truth, the more we feel, not think, feel into our feelings and emotions and our inner truth, our path, our way, our soul guidance, the faster and the smoother we are healing and releasing the old. The more we're expanding our energy, and the more we allow ourselves to take decisions and actions that are leading us to be in alignment. So, what could possibly happen for you when you are deciding, oh, shoot, this is scary and terrifying, but I'm going to follow this anyhow? I'm going to share with you a few examples. I was born in 1981, October 29th, in communism times back in Poland. For about another 5, 6, or 7 years, for the first 5, 6, or 7 years of my life, I need to double check, Poland was in communism. In order to go to the shop and get a 1 kilogram of sugar or 1 kilogram of flour or a bread, you had to have a slip of a paper. If you don't have it, you don't have it. That's it. No one cares. No one cares. And if you are very, very blessed, you have a family who has a farm and they have some ingredients that you can make things from. And I remember my childhood standing in a long queues, like by long, I mean like half a mile queues, or nearly all of my Saturday, just to get 1 kilogram of sugar, then taking it back home, grabbing another piece because you can get only one with one queue line, and then standing there and the adults are pushing me away because everyone is in survival. There is no compassion towards the child. It is just pushing away for some people, not all of people, obviously. And then right before I would get that another kilogram of sugar, it is gone and is out because all of these other adults, responsible adults, push me away and they're all just in survival. So I remember that as my childhood. And then 2020, when I was in Scotland, I'm coming into the shops in April of 2020, and there is maybe 1/3 left on the shops. And that internal childhood trauma kicks in within me so strongly that I don't know what's going on. I'm going back into the car. I got whatever I needed. I got everything I needed. But the fear, deeply rooted fear from childhood. Now, mind you, my DNA, both of my parents are Polish. My grandma was half Ukrainian. So I have in my cells war after war after war. Poland, for centuries, by centuries, I mean, oh my God, 1,500 years or more. 1,500, not 150, 1,500 years or more. It was constantly torn apart by their closest neighbors, Russia and Germany. Constantly torn apart. So, in my own DNA, and I want you to look back at your DNA, at your past, what is trapped in your cells, because there is a big chance you are the first one, like myself, in your family line who is releasing that stuff out of the depth of your cells and creating an entirely new DNA expression, that it's empowered, that it is liberated, that it is freed. And what flows through it? Pure magnificence. So, what's in my DNA? In no safety, no security, fear, survival. And that's in my cells. And then I am 2020, massive pandemic, huge, giant, most expensive shop in UK called Sainsbury. I remember, I think that's the right name. I moved away as a manifestation of my dream. Sainsbury, and there is only maybe 1/3 of the stuff on the shelf. And that deeply rooted fear is triggered within me. I'm going into the car, I'm bursting, I'm crying, I don't know what's going on. And it takes me everything, every single piece of energy I have within me to stay present, because I'm shaking to the core. I cannot stop crying. I'm disconnected from the higher power, from that guidance, and I don't know what's going on. 20 minutes, 15 minutes deep, massive crying my guts out. And I'm realizing, oh, wow, that's what it's linked to, because I see the vision from me being a child and there is nothing on the shelves in that shop. and the lady who sells in the shop has something under the counter, and if you're lucky, she's the boss, she's the queen, you're the never mind. But that was the energies and the mentality. So I'm tapping into that within myself, and I chosen to not allow myself to shift my gaze out of that fear within me until it's gone, because that lockdown, that pandemic might never go away. And I want to live a little bit longer without the fear trapped in my body and controlling me. It took me 2.5 weeks of staying so present and so focused in my body 24/7, as much as that was possible, feeling into that sensation in my body through my waking day, through my meditations, through my breath works, not to get rid of it, now to release it, but to allow it to show me. And after 2.5 weeks, I became absolutely and entirely free. And I made 2020 the best year of my whole life so far at that time. And I was the year from 38 years old to 39 years old. And at the end of that year, the one day exactly after my birthday, I have decided I will never again put myself in a situation where I'm going to have my birthday on my own without my family and friends because there is stupid pandemic and someone tells me that the face mask is working when there is no signs that can back it up and all of that stuff. And I decided I will never again have my birthday, my another birthday, trapped in 9 to 5, that it's sucking the soul and life out of me. Literally. I've decided I prefer to not have another birthday if it is in a lockdown. Year after year after year. Because I knew it. I got donuts. I knew it. The UK will be playing this trick. And I took such a different steps right after that they were just all following my soul mission. I started healing my nervous system right away. I started doing my day, everything in a different, everything I did before the workplace and after workplace, because I was still working. They claimed that they're doing testing on that, thing. They weren't. and we had to go to work. So I decided I'm choosing to stay there for as long as it's needed. And I followed my soul's guidance. I followed that soul path. A month later, with nervous system healing, massive detox, because my body was carrying far too much trapped energies, I get a very pure guidance. There is the coach that I like, and I love her energy. I absolutely love her freedom energy. I love her drive. What do? She asks me, do you want to work with me because I can help you? Obviously, that's the highest guidance in my life and the whole universe conspiring to support me in level up. Obviously, I couldn't go on my own where I wasn't before. Obviously, I couldn't lead myself through the darkness on my own. Obviously, there was nothing more obvious that you've got to hire that person. And the money that it was the last amount of money I had on my bank account before the paycheck would come in a month, in a week and a half from the workplace that I was in. And then the day of paycheck came and no one was paid. No one was paid. Can you imagine the feel that shook within me? And I still chose and decided to believe and trust. The next day, we all were paid. So the soul path, the soul mission that is designed for you, by simply you, your higher self, your highest aspect of you, the most expanded wholeness part of you that contains everything, shadow and light, designed this path for you. 5 months later, after hiring that coach and following every single suggestion, because within that first month, I already made money for the next one. I joined the whole membership thing, and I just kept on making more and more and more money. It wasn't like money to quit the job. But 5 months later, I started living my freedom lifestyle in nature. I was in a situation that I was already in this home and mortgage, very locked situation where the mortgage was set up for 2 payments like I had, and I was paying it all on my own for 12 years. I wasn't able to even put the house on the market. I don't know why camera just turned off. Maybe we're having a little bit of a issue, but I believe you can hear me. So let's see what we can do about it. I think we are good. So, and I was in this situation for a long time. I couldn't even put the house on the market uh, because of how much prices dropped in. And Mike had told me that I have to quit my job only after I will have 6 months of savings. And I didn't have it. And I just followed my heart. So, absolutely everything and anything is possible for you the moment you're allowing yourself to follow your heart's guidance, to follow your soul's guidance. Absolutely everything. Let me just see if I can do something about the camera. Oh, there's nothing I can do over here. It is what it is, and that's that. Okay, my loves, we're gonna finish with that. Now, that led me to moving from Scotland to and traveling the world, even in the time of restrictions. My soul mission business started booming and blooming within those 4 weeks of me handing the notice. That was just something unthinkable. And it happened with an uttermost ease. It happened just on its own while I was falling in love with becoming the new person. While I was consistently daily taking bold, courageous actions like my old self will never do, and like my new future self would always do. I just consistently kept on receiving guidance, support, and help, and consistently kept on going and going and going forward. That led me to living my life in Florida for 2 years. And now we have moved in our dream home on wheels into the desert where I dreamed and desired to be for some time now. We're absolutely in love with life. And whenever there is a challenge, and it is daily, we are simply dealing with it. We're treating that as a part of the journey. And I'm going to talk to you on the next episode about the challenges and how to deal with them in the most empowering and liberating way. So you're no longer draining your energy and you're only fed and growing through them. Okay, my loves, I'm going to finish with that. If you've got any value whatsoever, be sure to share this video in groups, in group chats, with your friends, with your lovers, with those who you believe would benefit from. And if you have any questions or specific topic that it's in association with soul mission path, put that in the comments and we will get to it sooner or later. Okie dokie. Bye bye.